Hello and Randy, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with another how-to video here today, and we are going to be covering hired workers. Starting off here with field workers, and then we're going to get on to the other hired workers here as well. And I've seen some confusion on this. Some people think the other hired workers don't exist anymore here in this game, and when I say other hired workers, I'm talking about like the ability to drive to and load and all that stuff. We'll get to that here in just a minute. We're going to start off with the hired workers on the field here first. Technically, Evan, nothing has really changed with this. Like with any other hired worker and any other previous versions of the game, Evan, you drive to the field, you push the H key or whatever it might be on your controller, or if you changed it, push the hired worker key, hired worker will get to work. That's literally all you have to do, Evan. Now, with that being said, Evan, you can change some of these settings here because the hired worker here in Farming Simulator 22, I'm going to say as of right now is much better. And I don't want to like completely say that, Evan, because like so far it seems like it's better. I haven't seen anything terrible here yet. I'm still holding judgment. We're still in the early days here, Farming Simulator 22. You haven't Farming Simulator 25 here yet. Things could change, but at least for what I've seen so far, when the hired workers are much, much better than they were here in any of the other previous versions of the game. I mean, let's face it, previous versions of the game, I mean, the hired workers were, yeah, well, we won't even go there. They were bad. They were really, really bad. There's a reason we needed mods like horseplay and stuff like this. Now, first off, Evan, the hired workers are the same across both console and PC. One little tidbit here, too. And I don't know why Giants does this, but you are only limited to 10 hired workers here in the game, at least on the PC and console. I don't know why that is. I know in the past there are mods that will fix that problem here on the PC, but yeah, for some reason you can only hire 10 hired workers here in the game. I don't know why. Anyway, one thing I want to mention here too, Evan, with the hired workers here. Now, I just drove to the field and pushed the H button, hire the worker. You can also, and I just unhired them here, we can push and hold H, and we can change the settings here. You can change the work width if you want to. Again, I don't know, maybe you want more overlap for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, don't know why you'd want to change that, but you can change that if you want. You can set the number of headlands. Again, that's anywhere from, I guess, three. Yeah, it won't go any lower than 3. That's interesting. I thought you could go lower than 3. I guess apparently, Evan, you can actually go, yeah, it doesn't let you go lower than 3. Interesting. I thought you could. Number of headlands. Or I'm sorry, not number of headlands. Working on the headlands, so you can either turn the headlands on or off. I've used this feature a few times myself, Evan, where I do the work on the headlands, and then I just have the hired worker finish on the inside of the field, so that's nice. You know, I'm just like, okay, I got the headlands done. Just tell the hired worker to go finish the inner part of the field there. That works real nice. You can also start either on the up or down or the headland. In this case, you notice on this field, Evan, he started on the up and down. You can set skip lines if you want. You cannot actually change the angle here with a hired worker. Interesting. Now, because with a steering assist, if you watched my previous how-to video, you can actually change the work direction here with steering assist. Hired workers, you cannot. It's just automatic, I guess. That's whatever it is, that's what you get. And again, you don't have to change any of those settings if you don't want to. I mean, you can just go to the field, hire the worker, done. If you want to change the settings, you absolutely can. So anyway, we're going to leave that hired worker to that, Evan. That is the field hired worker. Interestingly enough here, another little tidbit. Hired workers, from what I can tell, do not work with the baler. So if you like, let's take this field for example here. If I were to combine this with a combine here, then follow it up with the baler you cannot hire. But what you can do, Evan, and maybe I should do a video on this, is you can use steering assist on the baler and set the baler width to the same as whatever combine. So let's say your combine is 6 meters wide. So you got a 6 meter head on your combine. Set your baler steering to 6 meters on your steering assist, and then you can use steering assist, aka GPS, to do that. So just a little pro tip there. Okay, now we're going to talk about the other hired workers, Evan. At least that's what I'm going to call them anyway. And those are the what I typically always call the driving workers. Workers that will drive for you. So just hop in this truck here. Actually, I don't even have to hop in the truck, really. Yeah, we're just using the truck here for an example. So if we click on the truck, Evan, a couple ways you can access this. First off, if you're on the map screen, so map screen here, you've got to go to the second from the last tab here where you have the option for creating jobs. And then also, if you click on your vehicle, you can also create a job. So we're just going to click on the dragon here. We're going to click create job. And then on here, we got a couple different options we can choose from. We can load and deliver. So in this case, we could select our loading location. Just say lime station, liquid manure, whatever you want it to be, everyone. And I don't have, unfortunately, anything in any storage here, so I can't really demonstrate necessarily the picking this up. But then you can also pick where you're going to, so useful for like picking up and selling, right? Load your crops out, take it down to the selling point and sell it. You also have the option for looping this job. So if you got multiple loads, Evan, you can loop this. And, again, if you want more than one load to go out. You also have the option for going to. Again, I know a few folks said this doesn't exist anymore. It does still exist. So it's target location. We'll just pick right there. Direction we want him to face. And we can start job. And he's going to go drive over there. And he's going to basically drive to location. Target is unreal. Oh, because you're, typical hired workers, Evan. This is always the thing here in Farming Simulator 22 as well. If you didn't have them like near the road or on an obvious path to get to that location, they were just like, nah, can't do it. Apparently that's still the case here in Farming Simulator 25 here as well. Create job. Go to, is that still set there? Yes, it is. Start job. There we go. And actually, I don't want him to actually do that. We're not going to actually have him do that. But there's an example of that, everyone. So that is both forms of hired workers here in the game. Again, you got the driving hired workers, as I like to call them. And then you also got the field hired workers. So for those of you have any questions or comments on this, be sure to throw them down below. You got any other helpful suggestions? Let me know on those as well. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. And until next time.